Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerd Report podcast for Monday, May 7th, 2018. Today we're going to be talking about Solo, a Star Wars story. Tickets are on sale now. We're also going to be talking about Cobra Kai review. I saw it. Amanda saw it, my co-host. What else are we going to talk about?
We're also going to talk about DP2. I just like to say it that way. Deadpool 2 and Celine Dion, horror news, and much, much more.
It's a lot more. So stick around. Nerd Report for May 7th, 2018. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Monday. It's 7-ish. So,
but like 7:03, which is an improvement.
Yeah, I think we actually, I think we actually went on like at 7:02 or 7:01 as we were counting down, doing last minute stuff. So, a lot going on, tons of stuff going on.
Yes.
Star Wars, Solo tickets are finally on sale. So like I said, we're going to talk about that. The new show, I absolutely love. I think I've replaced my love for Ash vs. Evil Dead.
You replaced it so much you forgot the name.
I think I have a new love. It's springtime, so there's a new love.
That's true. He does that with the seasons.
Yes, I do. So Cobra Kai. God, I love that show. Oh, my God. Ridiculously.
I just want to give a heads up. I loved it first.
Obsessed with that show now. I binge watched it. I have one more episode to go. So we're going to talk about that. And then we got some horror stuff.
Yes.
What else do we have?
Deadpool stuff?
Deadpool stuff.
But we just reviewed it, so let's just go.
So, okay, we'll kick it off with Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yes.
Second biggest pre-sale tickets sold in 24 hours, just behind Avengers Infinity War, which kind of substantiates my claim. Who's going to have a bigger opening weekend?
It's not pre-sale, though. It's not.
She refuses.
The fat lady has not sung.
To give in.
Opening weekend, that's right.
That the bet is for opening weekend, so
that's right.
We'll stick to it.
Plus, you get a handicap because you get a 4-day weekend, right?
That's true, but I was gonna say let's just count. We'll see if we can do totals like from Friday through Sunday, just to make it even.
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
Okay,
just to make it even, we'll eliminate the Monday holiday.
That's how confident he is.
I'm extremely confident.
He was like telling me what cereals he likes and everything.
I was already saying I want Fruit Loops and it was Life, right? Or was it Rice Chex? I forgot.
It was some old people cereal. I don't know.
I forgot what it was.
He told me, and I asked him if he didn't ask anyone to get off told anyone to get off his lawn recently.
Yeah. I will say there was a party going on because Cinco de Mayo weekend, and there were a bunch of people like walking in front of my house. And so I purposely stood outside and watered my lawn so people wouldn't like throw stuff on my grass.
For like 3 hours.
Yeah, I was just standing out there. I honestly was. That party went on late too, till like 2 or 3 in the morning because they had like live bands and stuff. What? I'm just protecting my domain. That's all. I don't want trash. So yeah, we'll get into it. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Go.
So. We do know we have some information that StarWars.com broke or announced it today. They are going to be doing a live red carpet not world premiere, but a red carpet premiere with Star Wars show's hosts Andy Gutierrez and Anthony Carboni. So they're going to be once again on StarWars.com interviewing the cast, writers, the director, everybody involved with the project. So that's going to start at 5 p.m. on StarWars.com. On the 10th. That's where did my note go? I had it right there.
He's looking at the whole page. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be May 10th. Okay. So it's this Thursday, May 10th at 5 p.m. That's when the broadcast is going to start. What they are including is it's going to be on StarWars.com, but what they want you to do is if you want to be part of the actual broadcast in some way, what they want you to do is post a quick like 6 seconds and under video. And the question is going to be, who would be your Millennium Falcon co-pilot? Which scoundrel would be the first to join your crew? What new alien are you most excited for? And who's the galaxy's most fashionable gambler? So
in 6 seconds, you're allowed to just say one word.
You just
boom,
basically
boom, boom,
say, who would be your Millennium Falcon co-pilot? It would be, my Falcon co-pilot would be such and such. And then use the hashtag Solo SWS. So Solo SWS, hashtag Solo SWS. There it goes. And post your video on social media, any form of social media. and you could possibly be included in the live broadcast.
That's exciting, nerds.
That's kind of cool.
That's exciting.
So
you can already tell this guy's got something planned.
No, I have to work that day. I'm not going to be home.
Can never do nothing.
I'm not going to be home, so I'm not even going to be part of it. So, really quick, everybody wants to check with everybody who's checking in. We have Stanley Thornton, Robert, not me, Julio Flores, Ray Colozo, Travis Hayward, Intergalactic Mojitos, of course, here, Caprice Conley. And yeah, once again, please, everybody, share and like the video, the live video if you can. That's all we ask. There's no fee. You just get to hang out and talk nerd stuff. So share the video and give us a thumbs up, give us a like as we go through a bunch of nerd and geek stuff. So,
hey, Edgal. Hey, Robin. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Everybody else. I'm trying to be sure that everybody gets in there. Not like this guy. I'm not exclusionary.
Mike Sandoval from Muse TV. What's up, Mike?
No way. Hey.
Yeah, he's up.
You got to join us sometime.
Yeah, I know, right? We got to put security at the door for Mike, though.
The first live broadcast that we ever did, Mike was in the house, and that was a great introduction to live broadcast for me.
It was fun. So, yeah. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate
thank
it, bro.
you, everybody. Thanks for Mike, especially the new folks that are here with us tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of Star Wars stuff. So some of the questions are going to be: Are they going to stay true to the lore of how Han met Chewie? Is there anything that's going to be changed? There's novels and there's comic books of their relationship and how the life debt that Chewie allegedly owes Han Solo for saving Chewie's life. So that's why Chewie stays with Han everywhere.
Oh.
So there's the old story, or the legend story now, I guess it's called Legends now, is that Chewbacca has a life debt to Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like freed him from captivity.
Oh, okay.
Saved his life, so.
Oh, so like Genie.
Kind of. Kind of.
I just wanted to make an Aladdin reference.
There you go. So, but there was one spoiler that was dropped, and that was courtesy of the Jedi himself, Mark Hamill. So he actually did drop a spoiler.
Okay.
If you don't want to know, hit your mute button really quick.
Mute or like fingers, earmuffs, la la la.
Yeah. So if you don't want to know what it is, we'll give you about
your eyes.
5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So okay, minor spoiler, nothing major, but C-3PO Anthony Daniels is going to be in it. C-3PO.
Wow.
So and the quote comes directly from Mark Hamill, and the quote is and he's laughing as he says, Anthony Daniels was so happy because he's in every single Star Wars movie. Every single one. All the prequels. He's in Rogue One. He's in Solo. And then he stops and says, whoops. I hope that's not... But anyways, he's in every single Star Wars movie. That's... I hope not to reveal it, but Star Wars fans can expect him in every Star Wars movie. To be in every Star Wars movie. So
You just butchered that quote.
No, I read it word for word. So, it's when somebody says something, you got to get it for verbatim.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
like tone and
yeah, so
everything.
I guess mid quote he caught himself and thought, "Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to say that." But yeah, so
hey, we got some fun stuff going on over here. Robin says, "When Harry met Sally, or rather, when Solo met Chewie."
Pretty much.
Chewie from
the bromance.
Elmani.
So one other thing also is we'll be out there for the press screening on Friday. I'll be out there. Muse TV is going to be out there as well. Mike Sandoval is going to be out there. He's going to be part of the press screening, and then I know he's doing the press conference as well on Saturday. So
fun.
Mum's the word until the embargo lifts, but we do get to check it out this weekend.
Cool.
And then we'll hold our comments till Disney actually says, okay, you can say what your thoughts are on the movie. So
Mike just corrected you.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
What is it?
He said, I will not be there.
Wait, for which one? I thought he said he was going to the press conference. Are you going to the press conference, Mike? I remember him saying something about the press conference.
So Mike will get back to us.
Oh, he's sending an intern.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I thought Mike was going to go. Oh, bummer. Okay, yeah, so he's sending one of his staff is going to be covering it for him. So, just like I'm covering it for Lewis.
Okay, cool.
Lewis, the busy man. So yeah, we'll be out there. So expect some cool Star Wars stuff coming for this weekend. But again, Red carpet is Thursday, 5 p.m. StarWars.com, and send in your videos for hashtag solo SWS. And again, the questions would be: who would be your Millennium Falcon co-pilot? Which scoundrel would be the first to join your crew? What new alien are you most excited for? And who's the galaxy's most fashionable gambler? Do you like rugged or do you like suave debonair? What? I'm gonna ask you. What's your preference? What's Amanda's preference?
In what?
Who would be your galaxy's most fashionable gambler in your opinion? Would it be the suave debonair Lando Calrissian, or would it be the rugged,
rough around the edges
Han Solo?
Yes, rough around the edges.
The guy with a little grease under his fingernails.
Yes, I don't like soft managerial hands.
Wow, that was almost scripted, dude. That was like fully prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on because it's getting weird.
Don't ask me. Anyway, he had all that news about Solo. I got a little bit of Solo news here, especially considering I've been pro Deadpool recently. So actually, there's a bunch of Solo merchandise that's coming out. Think Geek is releasing a Lando Calrissian Accents collection, and it's gold and white Art Deco dinnerware inspired by his swanky, luxurious taste.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. So it includes bottle stopper, highball glasses. Those are sold individually. A set of 4 salad plates and 4 dinner plates. The glasses have 2 designs for Han and Lando, and Lando's is the one that has Millennium Falcons on it. In fact, not Han's.
Oh, because it was his first.
Yes, exactly. So that again is from Think Geek and can be found at their website, ranging in prices from $7.99 up to $34.99.
Nice.
So for all you super Star Wars nerds out there,
I may have to get that.
yeah. And then so let's see. Also, Foot Locker is debuting a Star Wars collection with Lando and fanny packs.
Fanny packs?
Yeah,
really?
So there's like a collection of fanny packs and caps and T-shirts. So some of the prints include like Han's Gold Dice, Classic Comics, Carbonite Math Equation. And it's going to be with classic Star Wars, some classic Star Wars, and then current versions of them, of the Han and Lando.
Intergalactic Mojito was at Star Wars Nights on, was it last weekend?
That's right.
Last week. And she said that there's lots of new Solo merch currently at Disneyland. So it's all there. What I did want to show you is a poster really quick for Han Solo. Let me pull it up. And I was telling Amanda just a few minutes ago. So there's a Star Wars Solo poster. But what's up with the Ant-Man poster?
Similar much?
Well, look at the colors. It's like, did Disney printing press like order too much orange and yellow?
Hey, we got extra.
We got extra. Let's just throw it on Ant-Man and Solo. I don't know. The lost art of movie posters is like gone. Like, remember when it was like a huge deal for for the movie poster to come out? It was like a big deal.
Yeah, but we may also be biased
and stuff like that.
We collect posters, so
I know,
we're
but I just think the lost art of the movie poster of the like the genuine artistic movie poster it's kind of gone.
It is,
and it's sad.
It is. Although I mean, like Deadpool 2 Flashdance poster.
No, but
that was pretty epic.
I mean, like as far as like the art that was going into it. No, the Deadpool
absolutely,
2 poster is really, really good. It's funny.
Lacking in originality.
Right. So it's too bad.
So
okay.
I can't read the chat anymore because my phone is acting up. So if there's any way that I could read the chat also, it would be nice.
Let me make it a little bit bigger for you.
Thank you. Bigger is better.
There you go. We're going to move on.
I did. I went there.
I know you did. Okay, so we're going to move on.
Go ahead.
So just what? Was it last week? It was 2 weeks ago. I was in a minor depression because of television. Television is like a bad relationship. Like, it's a series of romantic relationships. Like, no, dude, I thought about this.
I mean, go ahead.
So, Deadpool. Oh, I'm sorry, not Deadpool. Ash vs. Evil Dead left me heartbroken. Dude, I love that show. Absolutely love the show. My kid is actually watching Evil Dead. Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. My kid is watching Evil Dead right now. Literally watching it right now. So, I was super bummed. You know I was bummed. I loved that show. I loved all 3 seasons. I was a huge fan. Still am a huge fan. And then Stars canceled the show, and I was really bummed out, like extremely bummed out. So then everybody's talking about Cobra Kai. You got to see Cobra Kai. I didn't get to see it. And Lewis was talking about Cobra Kai, and I still hadn't seen it. So I saw the first one this morning, and it is my absolute favorite show right now on the internet. I can't stop watching it.
Dude, it's amazing.
It's ridiculously good.
And for all of you that are really loving Cobra Kai right now, for everybody who's got love for Johnny, I mean, Danny LaRusso is cool too, but I'm a villain through and through. So it was so exciting to attend the Cobra Kai event because we got to watch the first 2 episodes and then the movie, The Karate Kid. So I have not been able to watch the additional episodes yet. There's 10?
Oh, there's 10.
There's 10.
I'm at 9 right now, and I'm going to save 10 for, once I'm done and at home and relaxing. But it's what, right off the bat, I mean, you see, William Zabka, with the characters, you don't really have a bad guy and a good guy. You really don't. Because you don't really, of course, in Karate Kid, he was the bad guy. He's the antagonist to Danny LaRusso.
Yeah, he's a bully.
He's a bully. But now, like, it's not really the roles are switched. He's just the guy that's down on his luck. He sees. Do we talk about it? We can talk about spoilers, right? Okay, we're gonna get into the episode. I don't care. I love it. Love it so much. Okay.
I just said that I haven't seen it.
No. We're gonna talk about episodes 1 and 2 because they're free right now. I'm just gonna go into episodes 1 and 2. I'm not gonna talk about the other ones because it gets progressively better, which is crazy. So episodes 1 and 2, they are free right now on YouTube. You're gonna get hooked and you're gonna go YouTube Red. You absolutely are, and it's okay. It's great. You're not gonna regret it because I did it. So, yeah. I don't get the sense that he's the antagonist in this in the series.
He's the anti-hero. I always say that wrong.
Yeah, he is. But
he's the good bad guy.
LaRusso's kind of an ass.
Yes.
Danny LaRusso's kind of an ass now.
It was an illegal kick. #justice for Johnny. Thank you.
And there's also this really cool video on YouTube of somebody that kind of re-edited the the original movie to make LaRusso look like the bad guy. Lewis and I were watching it, like a couple months ago. But yeah, I don't know what the name of the video is, but you got to look for it where Danny LaRusso's like the ass. He's a jerk.
I haven't watched it, but I will watch that now. Yes.
It's really good, and it's funny the way they re-edited the video. But in the Cobra Kai series, yeah, you don't really see him as William Zabka. You don't really see him as the bad guy. He's just a dude that's down on his luck.
Yeah.
Series of bad choices and
like redemption.
Yeah, and there's kids that are getting bullied, and he's basically, helping them out with self-esteem and standing up to the bully. And dude, it's so good. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. But I love it, and I love that it's a little politically incorrect.
It is. It's not so neat.
Yeah, when he talks to the kid in the first episode,
dude.
It's and and the other thing I noticed about it too is I've noticed some of these shows and even some of the movies, like we had It that came out in September, kind of a throwback to the 80s. Thanks. Boom. Stranger Things, kind of set in the 80s. So it's a lot of these television shows or movies that have these settings where it's kind of a throwback to the 80s. And let's be realistic, dude. The 80s were a good year, a good era for kids.
Yeah, you guys missed out if you weren't a part of the 80s. And I mean like a kid in the 80s. A kid
in the 80s.
I was born in 1978. I'm not a child of the 70s. I'm a child of the 80s.
Of the 80s.
There's a difference.
So I remember, being a kid, 11 years old, you would like walk to the arcade 5 blocks away with $5 in your pocket, and you were a king.
Oh man! And then you leave your quarter there, and you got next.
Yeah, yeah. You would go to the arcade. You'd go to McDonald's or go wherever. You just during the summer you would do whatever. Was it dangerous? Yes. Did you ride in the back of pickup trucks? Yes.
Maybe.
Of course, yes. Did you ride around with a seatbelt all the time?
No, we didn't have to do that for quite some time.
It was an option if you wanted to, but it's really a throwback to the 80s, and it was fun. I wouldn't let my kid ride in the back of a pickup truck now. No, I make my kid put on a seatbelt every time we get in the car. But yeah, it's like like a tip of the hat, like just saying, hey, that era was great, and a lot of that humor, a lot of the dialogue, even the music for Cobra Kai. It's I'm not talking about like the licensed music, like music that they use from different various bands or groups, but
right.
Like the compositions or the score for the series is really good, and it throws you back into the original Karate Kid movie.
Yes, and you find yourself just like not even torn. It's very easy to just kind of, I don't know, not commiserate, just feel sorry, just have sympathy for the former bully.
Right.
So it's me. I'm sorry, but Caprice, she kind of got you right here. Ash versus Bye Felicia.
Come on. Jeez. Somebody who finds a new love and then you want to bring up old stuff. You want to bring up the ex. Jeez. Gosh.
That was amazing.
That's brutal. I'm just moving on and you got to bring up the ex.
Okay. So what else are we talking about?
So yeah, again, Cobra Kai. Yeah, Lewis is saying in the report the score is amazing. It's really good. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain this show. You have to see it. I mean, again, episodes 1 and 2 are free, and you're gonna sign up for YouTube Red because you're gonna want to watch the rest of the episodes. Like I said, I started watching it this morning, watched them all day. In between doing little things, and then I'm saving the last episode.
I got here and he wasn't ready, and I was like, "Is that what you look like out of the shower?" He's like, "I've just been watching Cobra Kai all day."
Been watching Cobra Kai, dude. That's all I did all day.
Brush your hair.
It was so good, so amazingly good. So, yes, please watch Cobra Kai.
Like, I'm Mojito. What kind of fancy people had seatbelts in the 80s?
I know, right?
Don't know.
There were no seatbelts in the 80s.
Seatbelts, you would sit like somebody in the driver's seat, and then a kid in the middle with like the stick shift in between, and then kids on the floor in between the legs, and then maybe somebody in the trunk going to the drive-in. You never know.
Never know. Or the old station wagons, just throw all the kids in the back.
So
it's just havoc in the back. It's like a playpen in the back of a bunch of metal and wheels spinning at like so many RPMs, driving down the highway at like 75 miles an hour. It's a playpen in the back.
That's right. Hey, we have a new viewer with us tonight, a Dave in Progress, and I know he did the same thing and like binge watched.
Oh, right on.
Cobra Kai as well. So welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome, Dave. He's a very cool dude. I had the chance to meet him. He's a good buddy of Travis's. So.
Oh, right on. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, we met at Monster Palooza.
Oh, cool.
And I just collect friends wherever I go.
I know you do. You do. But again, I can't say enough about Cobra Kai, how much I love it.
Yes. Anybody else watched? I know Dave has. Julio saw those first two. Mojito has been watching.
Yeah, just it fires on all cylinders. So good.
By the way, golf and stuff is still around, folks.
It's still there.
It's still there.
The water slide is gone. Water slide is gone, but golf and stuff is still there.
You can still do bumper cars and some of the rides, go-karts.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a really good arcade, too. I still do arcades religiously. So
they have is it still 2 separate arcades?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been there in a minute.
Yeah, there used to be 2 separate buildings that had the arcades, and one building had like the little food court with the worst pizza in the world, but you would still eat it. We used to go there. We used to go there like that, dude. That was like our Friday night hangout. Would be going to golf and stuff.
There you go. Support small business, folks.
Yeah, we totally used to go there because I went to school in Norwalk.
Did you really?
Kindergarten through 8th grade. Same school.
Really? We were from very different neighborhoods.
And then, I went to school in Norwalk. And then, all the friends that I had lived like in Norwalk, Downey, Whittier. So was our hangout was.
Delinquent Habits has a song for you.
What?
Oh, there's a song they have called Lower East Side. So.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Robin's asking Julio because Julio made a comment about putting people in the trunk. So she asked Julio Flores, are they alive? He says, let's not get into details, Ibarra.
Intergalactic Mojito saying we need a resurgence of the hood amusement parks, golf and stuff, Castle Park.
Castle Park.
Robert saying, yes, it's the one off the 605 freeway. So, yeah, we're referencing golf and stuff. But that was the days of, like, going to, like, Skateland, too. You would go skating. Did you ever do that?
No, I'm terribly uncoordinated.
You never went skating?
No.
You never did, like, the 80s thing and went skating, like, at a skating rink?
Terribly uncoordinated.
So, okay, so there used to be, I think it was called Skateland in Whittier, on Whittier Boulevard, not that far from here.
Now you know where we are.
Yeah. We're not that far from there. But here's the thing. So, okay, when I was a kid, if you wanted to go listen to Madonna, Duran, let's see, Madonna, if you wanted to skate to Madonna, Duran, Culture Club, what else? Johnny B, then you would go to Skateland in Whittier.
Oh, dang.
If you wanted to skate to Zap, George Clinton.
You just want to talk about funk music again.
No, I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you because I went. If you wanted to skate to, like, old school funk music, you would go to the other skate place on Alondra Boulevard, going all the way down towards Compton. And so that's the one I would go to sometimes, was the one down Alondra Boulevard, because I had a friend that lived off of Imperial Highway. So
that song I'm telling you about even references between the 5 and the 91 north of Alondra.
Yeah. So I got
a song for you.
So yeah, I remember like during the day, if I was skating like with my sister or something, my mom or dad would drop us off at Skateland, and then like on the weekends I would go to like the other skate place. I wasn't a great skater, I'm just saying. That's the kind of music I liked. So we would go there. We would go hear we would literally go hear like old funk, and see people doing fancy skating and stuff. Totally different. I miss being 12 years old again.
Hey, the Moonlight roller rink is still in Glendale if anybody still likes to go roller skating.
I've never been up there.
Support small business. That's my neighborhood, GHS. So
Intergalactic Mojito saying, I went to the skating rink in Riverside every Sunday back in the 80s, and it's still there. Nerd Report saying Moonlight roller rink in Glendale. Yeah.
See? What am I saying?
See, yeah, I've never been.
I've been there.
I've never been up that way.
Skating. So I've been to roller rinks. I've been to the Moonlight because that's like, junior high. That's where you would go, like 8th grade graduation kind of thing. So I've been to one. I just don't know how to roller skate.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, even I used to put on the roller skates and I would do it.
You know what? I'll out myself right now. I don't drive either, folks. Boom. There's a coordination issue.
Where's the off? Before you say too much. Let me shut it off. The producer's not here to kill your mic today.
I have no problem with that. I'm not the only person. Okay, so we talked about the 80s. We talked about Cobra Kai.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with Cobra Kai. Please watch it. It's so good.
Please watch it. Let's keep it going. You will not be disappointed.
We're already asking for. Gosh, my headphones today. We're already asking for a season 2. There has to be a season 2.
Yes,
there
absolutely,
has to be.
absolutely.
It's that good. So please watch it.
You have the Nerd Report seal of approval. Please watch Cobra Kai.
Yes, please watch Cobra Kai. You're not going to be disappointed, especially if you love, grew up in the 80s. You loved movies like The Karate Kid and all those movies from that era. It's really, really good. Absolutely watch it. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, you know what I'm not going to be disappointed with?
What?
Let's talk about my movie, folks. Let's talk about DP. Deadpool, that is.
Oh, I thought you meant something else. I was like, wow.
Oh, but I'm the weirdo. Anyway, so anybody check out Deadpool? Celine Dion?
Celine Dion.
What did it do? Why would we ever mention the two in the same sentence, in the same breath? The greatest collaboration perhaps since, I don't know, Cop and Rock? I don't know.
Oh, that hurts.
I don't know. It was amazing. So Celine Dion on the 3rd released the new video for Ashes, which is the song that's going to be featured on, or a song going to be featured on the Deadpool 2 soundtrack. Mm-hmm. And she had a very special guest doing interpretive dance in heels in the video, none other than the Merc with a mouth, Deadpool himself.
And the dance moves were actually from a dancer named Yanis Marshall. And he was a finalist for from Britain's 2014's Britain's Got Talent.
Yes.
So it wasn't actually Ryan Reynolds, but still epic, just the same.
It was epic. And then Ryan had he had a really great quote he put on his Instagram. Ever wonder, how does Ryan Reynolds dance so beautifully? Did he have 8 bones surgically removed from his body in order to move as if a graceful swan had sex with Fred Astaire? Reynolds said on Instagram, the answer may surprise you. Yes, I did have 8 bones removed from my body, but the dancing was all Giannis Marshall. Giving credit where credit is due.
So, yeah, there's a lot of... I think there's going to be some really, really good surprises for Deadpool 2. I'm still kind of holding out. Maybe we'll see Logan, Wolverine.
Hey, we already have seen them together.
We saw them together.
In flagrato in bed.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. That was actually really, really funny.
It was. Really funny. It was great.
So I'm thinking maybe something.
Possibly. You never know.
I don't know. Who knows?
I still think I have a chance to win this bet. Anybody else siding with me, thinking Deadpool? Maybe.
No, Deadpool. Okay, you're still holding on to the thought that Deadpool is going to beat Solo in their opening weekends.
Opening weekend
only. And I told her I'm even willing to give up Monday because Solo opens up Memorial Day weekend, which is the usual Star Wars weekend that Star Wars opening weekends were always Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So I don't know how to do the math.
Didn't Empire Strikes Back premiere at the Egyptian? That's like part of their tour.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. One of those didn't open at the Chinese. It opened at, I believe, the Cinerama Dome.
Oh.
Yeah, one of those.
Almost ate the mic. One of the best parts of the video, though, is because, of course, Celine, being Celine, my heart will go on. This is not Titanic. Deadpool informs her, I need you to take it from an 11 to about a 5.
I do like his quote at the end, though. It's I should have hired NSYNC. That was pretty funny. Caprice Conley saying thought it was ArcLight. You're probably right. I think that's what it was. But ArcLight, I think ArcLight at the Cinerama Dome. I think that's where it premiered.
You have a phone and a pad right there. You could check.
No, because no, I need my notes. Then I won't have any notes. Yeah, I don't remember because I didn't see. Yeah, after Phantom Menace, I was not as eager to watch the next ones, like opening night.
Okay.
So yeah, I remember that. I remember that part clearly. Intergalactic Mojito says Revenge of the Sith is the one that opened elsewhere than the Chinese. Okay. What's Up YouTube is saying this thing only goes up to 11. Ed Gal saying Deadpool will beat Solo.
Thank you.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't think it's.
I want it to. I want it to is pretty much what.
But okay, from the numbers, because I've like been looking all over the place. From just from the numerical standpoint.
Yes.
So Solo has already sold more tickets than Deadpool, just within that 24 hours.
Okay.
That they were initially released.
But what if that's the most people that goes? What if
there is no way it's gonna drop? But what if
that weekend you just I'm just saying I don't give up that easy.
I know. She goes down swinging. She won't just roll over and die. She'll go down swinging.
Okay, and what it was is that the Egyptian Theater was a major first-run house for The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So there's really cool pictures of it, too, because the outer facade of the Egyptian was different before.
Right.
So
I remember, I do remember the old Egyptian. That's where I saw Aliens opening night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw Aliens opening night.
He is older than me. You can tell.
I was little, and I was really scared.
All right, cool. So we covered that.
So we'll move on from that. So Cobra Kai, Deadpool 2, Celine Dion. I wish we could play the video, but it'll get really weird. And I don't think YouTube will let us play the video.
But check it out. Watch it. What isn't watchable these days on your own?
Yeah. But yeah, if we could play the video, we would. But I think YouTube might flag us and send the authorities and shut us down. And, yeah.
Who needs the cops around here?
I know, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
Moving on.
Okay, so Funko Pop. There's a new Funko Pop that's coming out.
So there is a new Funko Pop. You told me about this. I had no idea.
I don't have a release date for you. All they said is later this year. It's a Funko Shop exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Show the people the Funko Pop.
So here's the Funko Pop that's coming out for the new Pixar short.
It's a new Pixar short that's going to be featured, or it's going to be on before The Incredibles 2.
And it's Bao, and it's from director. I'm going to ruin her name.
Go for it. Go. Do it.
Domishi.
Okay, cool.
Got it. Nailed it. So that's, and I believe it's going to be 8 minutes long. So it's one of the longest animated shorts before a Pixar film.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's going to be one of the.
So this little guy here is a dumpling.
So he's a dumpling,
and you see that's even like a bamboo basket that he's going to come in.
Yeah, like a little bamboo box he's coming in.
Yeah.
And we don't know a release date, but
nope.
All we know is the date for June 15th for The Incredibles 2.
That's right. So I imagine it might be sometime around then.
Yeah.
So isn't he adorable, though? This apparently is the state of the little dumpling, like when it's quote-unquote born, if you will.
Actually, they have a, I think you could just find it online. They do have a little, what is it? Like a preview of the animated short. It's only maybe about 2 minutes long, or a minute. And you see the little dumpling being born.
How cute.
So, yeah, my kids are already in love with it.
It's adorable.
I was showing them the video, so.
It's adorable. So, of course, I had to bring that news to you, that adorableness.
A little dumpling.
You're welcome.
Coming. So, looks cool.
I'm like, Maui, you're welcome. I didn't really like that movie, though.
So, really quick, we'll talk about horror stuff next, but we're going to revert back to Guardians of the Galaxy really fast.
Yeah, he wanted to talk about something.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, made, 100-something million in its second week?
Wow.
Ridiculous. So, James Gunn was asked...
Now, we're talking Guardians of the Galaxy, or are we talking Infinity War?
I'm sorry. Why am I... Well, well, I labeled the photo.
But we're talking...
I labeled the photo.
Infinity War.
I know. My bad. I labeled the photo something different because I'm looking at the photo.
Robert Not Garcia says, I'm getting hungry.
Looking at the dumpling? Yes. I am too, kind of.
Like, nom nom.
So we're going to go back to Avengers Infinity War. Second week, it made well over $100 million. And there is a tweet that was sent out. I'll pull up the tweet for you guys. That was sent out to James Gunn. And he was asked, I mean... We're going into a spoiler, but it's okay because it's been out. If you haven't seen it, that's your responsibility at this point. So they asked James Gunn what was Groot's final word as he's dying to Rocket Raccoon, and the last word is dad.
Oh.
So he calls Rocket Raccoon dad as he's disintegrating away.
That's terrible.
It's horrible, right? So my thought is, does he call so he considers the Guardians like his family then? Mm-hmm. So does he call all of them dad, or is it just Rocket Raccoon?
Oh.
So, what's up YouTube saying, yeah, that made me sad. Intergalactic Mojito also commenting that that's the one that made I saw that and cried.
Oh.
I did. I think it was Black Panther and Groot that almost got me choked up.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. Black Panther and Groot were the ones that almost got me as I'm sitting there watching the movie. So, Travis Hayward saying Uncle Drax. Yeah, so he calls Rocket Raccoon dad. That's super sad, though.
Oh, sweet, sweet rabbit, aka nail.
Yeah. Julio Flores is saying Spider-Man got me, then Groot. He says I just couldn't. Spider-Man was a rough one too. Peter Parker,
which it's since been said that he improvised. That
I haven't heard
Seriously,
that.
You didn't? I know all you people out there. Everybody saw that the guy's name Tom Holland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that he improvised that performance.
Oh,
that's
wow.
why his is in part. It could be in part why it's different than everybody else's.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one too. Peter Parker's was tough.
Yeah, Inigo Montoya, you know what I'm talking about. Look, and everybody's talking about Spider-Man.
What's up, YouTube is saying spoiler. Celine Dion's new song Ashes is hitting Infinity War since they turned to ashes. Well played.
Oh man.
Well played. See, that's why we like you guys hanging out with us. Very well played. What's up, YouTube? I like that.
That is nice.
Lewis is saying that Spider-Man got him. Yeah, that was Yeah, that was a rough one.
It was a tearjerker. That got me.
But I came close. It's been a long time since I've actually, I think, got upset in a movie. It's been a really, really long time.
I cry at movies all the time.
I know.
I cry at movies all the time.
I don't get that. Like, I think
it's because I have feelings and emotions.
No, I think the last one was Toy Story 3 for me.
Oh,
I think Toy Story 3
yeah.
was the one that got me. I think that was the last one that actually got me. When they're in the incinerator and then at the very, very end.
And they all start holding hands?
Yes.
Oh my God, because they're going to die.
Yes.
I mean, they don't die. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, they don't die. There's going to be a 4. So, yeah, I think that's the one that actually got me. And then when they're in the front yard and Andy leaves them.
Yes, exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so my youngest showed me a video the other day of what would happen if Andy decided not to leave his toys. And he has everything is exactly identical to the movie, except in the end, Andy's like, wait a minute. And he goes back and he snatches all his toys and takes off.
Oh,
You're going to college with me.
You're going to college. So Stanley Thorne saying I cried when Bambi's mommy died. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then of course, Robin, Loki, Odin's son, Prince of Asgard, rightful king of Jotunheim, god of mischief. Loki, of course, who we're most likely not getting back.
No, I had a feeling he was going to die, so I was prepared for that. I was prepared for that one. So
kind of like I was prepared for Gamora.
Yeah. Oh, you were prepared for her death?
Well, she'd already asked.
That's true.
To be killed, and she tried to kill herself.
Yeah.
So when she got thrown off, I was like, well, you were gonna die.
Yeah. But Loki's right from the beginning. I had a feeling, that he was going to go and his was going to be permanent.
Yeah.
Intergalactic Mojito saying
Schindler's Toy
Box, a.k.a. Toy Story 3. Jeez, Crystal.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, there was this one guy that has been, spoiler alert, like commenting or making posts about Infinity War, and he uses the greatest names. He was calling it like Thanos Mayweather and Thor Balboa, and his descriptions are just so on point and just it's the greatest thing. I'll show you some.
Wow. Caprice Conley saying, "Oh my God, Mojito."
Look at Julio says the first time I got sad was with Titanic. There was space on that door. There was.
I got a little misty-eyed on Titanic. I'll admit that I did. You know what we gotta do is we gotta do a show where we talk about movies that we cried in that we wouldn't tell anybody else, like a vetting process. Like, okay, these are movies I actually got choked up on.
I tell you guys all the time I cry at movies.
No, but what about movies that you generally wouldn't cry at? So, like, I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one right now.
Go.
Somewhere in Time. Christopher Reeve. Jane Seymour. I was 9 years old when I saw that movie. Oh my God,
the penny.
The penny ruined it.
Spoiler alert. The penny.
If you've never seen Somewhere in Time, and it's not, I don't even think it's ranked very high, or it has a high ranking on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think it does.
I don't follow Rotten Tomatoes.
But I loved that movie as a kid. I absolutely was obsessed with it because
I watched it in like junior high.
Well, to me, it was Superman.
Yes, of
course.
So
that's why I would watch that movie during the summer on VHS constantly. It was that and Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
So.
Okay, well, I know a movie that is the first movie that I ever cried at that is like has me in tears every time. Like Coco, beginning of this, like the Disney castle.
Mm-hmm.
John Voight, Ricky Schroeder, the champ.
Oh, I
Oh my gosh, that movie every time.
It doesn't get me though anymore. It doesn't.
Because you have no joy left. Again, here we are, full circle.
What does still get me is Rocky. The first Rocky. No, Rocky still gets me. Dude, Rocky still gets me. So good.
Dude, Mojito says Somewhere in Time equals me in a corner wrapped in a blanket.
See, right? Isn't it
the penny?
Isn't it sad? He was so happy there, and then he finds the penny, and then it just ruins everything.
Damn penny.
Yeah. Okay.
So, well, a countdown that I want to do, what I want to talk about is movies that we've seen the most. That's something that I'd like to bring to the table sometime. Everybody, you want to get on that conversation. For example, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Grindhouse. I saw 10 times theatrical release.
When it was in
the theater.
You're like a repeat customer. Like if you like something, you'll go.
Hey, I prefer the term repeat offender.
Repeat offender. Yeah, I noticed you like if you like a movie, you'll like consistently go.
But we talked about that last week, the whole movie going experience.
No,
so.
it's fun. It's just for me when I see a movie, like especially like a really anticipated movie, even among crowds, and you're in there with that first initial crowd, it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. But then, after, you've seen it a handful of times and it's like, oh, okay. I'm over it.
Just different experiences, I guess, because Grindhouse was not immensely popular. It was not hugely popular. But what they were creating was an experience in itself. So I was totally all about it. I saw it at the drive-in. I saw it at like the Academy Little Rinky-Dink Theater, AMC, like everywhere. So, I was into it. But yeah, so see, like, look at Robert Garcia has seen Empire Strikes Back. He saw it 5 times in 1980. See, so that's an interesting topic. Let's talk about that sometime, guys.
Yeah, we'll cover that some other time because we're running out of time.
We're gonna talk about horror.
So we're gonna talk about Amanda's forte. We're gonna talk about some horror news.
Let's talk about vampires.
Yes.
Let's talk about vampires.
And this is actually one of my favorite vampire movies.
This is one that he introduced me to.
It quickly jumped to the top when I saw it.
Yes, it did.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows is, let's see, they made the, oh man. You threw me off by taking a drink. Okay.
Calm down.
I'm very excited.
Nobody can see me taking a drink. They see that. They don't see this.
But I'm telling you what you did. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so there was a pilot episode made, and it's gotten an order for 10-episode season from FX. It's from Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. They're going to be producing a TV show that's going to be based in New York. Now, we don't know yet if it's going to be the same story or the same vampires based in New York, but that's what it's going to be. That's what it's set to arrive in 2019.
So, yeah, like in the original, in the movie, I mean, there are other vampires. They're not the only vampires that are around.
It's a whole vampire community.
Yeah, so there is other vampires, and there's, of course, the werewolf community as well. But, there are other vampires. So I think it has a lot of potential to go, for different avenues. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to see the pilot.
And the movie, if you've not seen What We Do in the Shadows, first of all, it's available for rent at Videotheque. Secondly,
I think it's on Amazon Prime also. If you have Amazon Prime, it's going to be part of your like if you watch it on Netflix or something.
Yes.
So
however, you won't get special features.
No, you won't. That's the bad part.
If you were to go to like a brick and mortar actual store and support small business and rent it, you would also get the special features. So, there's that idea. But, also the two inept cops. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 cops that are in it that are kind of clueless, but they get glamored, so that's a whole thing. But they get their own show as well that's debuting in New Zealand called Paranormal Event Response Unit.
Oh, Lord.
And so it's going to be following them as they investigate supernatural shenanigans.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I could tell you guys about the scenes with the cops. Because, like with the dog attack.
Yes.
So, but of course, and then we're also expecting a movie about the werewolves.
Oh, is there a separate movie?
Yeah, We Are Wolves. Oh. We're expecting also a movie. However, these 2 took precedence over the movie.
Oh, okay.
These 2 events. So, but
I think whatever they're going to do, it's going to be really good.
It is, because Thor Ragnarok was incredible. And then this movie is really, really good. Yeah. I mean, he recommended it to me, and it is probably one of my favorite vampire movies. But I would never give him the satisfaction of telling him that. Okay, so we're done.
Wow, geez. So something else that's coming up, and something that I'm excited for. I mean, like I said, everyone knows I'm I'm an Evil Dead fan. Love Evil Dead. So Army of Darkness. Ashy Slashy. Army of Darkness is coming in Steelbook, Blu-ray, DVD. It's coming August 14th. So August 14th, Army of Darkness is going to be released on in Steelbook, Blu-ray, DVD.
Is that from Shout Factory?
That I don't know who it's from, but I know it's available for pre-order right now on Amazon.com. So
is it limited edition?
It is limited edition.
To how many copies?
It doesn't say how many. I couldn't find how many.
Because I know The Howling is getting one as well, and they're limited to 10,000.
10,000, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how many it's limited to, but Army of Darkness, another one of my favorite movies. It's a total throwback to the stop motion animation. What? What? I didn't read it.
Capri says, hey, remember the Ash
Jeez.
versus Evil Dead show?
I'm getting a restraining order against you, Caprice.
If you were here, I would high five you. Robert Nart Garcia's all rest in peace.
No more Ash vs. Evil Dead for you guys. That's it. I'm keeping it all to myself. It's all stay.
Next week it'll be me and Ashy Slashy hosting the show.
It's all gonna be in here. It's all gonna stay in my heart. You guys are brutal.
Man, you guys are you're on point today.
Yes,
very, very good.
You guys are on it today.
Okay, so definitely pick up those Steelbook limited edition DVDs.
Yes.
I still watch DVDs. I don't Netflix. I don't Hulu, unless I'm at someplace else where someone does.
I skimmed over an article. Actually, yeah, it was an article about people suggesting why you should still buy Blu-rays and DVDs and not just rely on Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Because also they're like rotating, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not always necessarily the same.
It's not always there.
Julio says that's what you get for all those spoilers.
It's still there though.
And
I think you can watch it on the app, on Starz app. All 3 seasons are there now.
Oh, sweet.
So if you subscribe to Starz in some way, if you download the app, you'll be able to see all 3 episodes. Or I'm sorry, all 3 seasons.
Ed Gale says that Thanos turned Ash and the Evil Dead show into ashes.
Destroyed my Ash vs. Evil Dead. That's okay, because I still have fond memories of Ash vs. Evil Dead. That's okay.
Yes, and memories. Like the corners of my mind. Misty watercolored memories. Sorry, Big is coming back to the theaters. Okay, so besides that, another bit of news that I'm pretty excited about. I have mixed emotions because Pet Sematary is a movie that I'm absolutely crazy about. The book is incredible. John Lithgow has just been cast as Judd Crandall in the remake that's happening.
And he is taking the role, the same role that was played by
Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn from the Munsters. And do we know when that's coming out yet?
Yeah, April 19th of 2019 is when they're planning for it to be in theaters. Mm-hmm. So, and it's shooting this summer from Paramount Pictures. 1983 novel. Has anybody read the novel of Pet Sematary? I have.
I have.
Really?
I read the novel.
Oh, okay, cool. And then the first movie was in 1989, mm-hmm. directed by Mary Lambert. It was actually on this morning, followed by part 2. I love both.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I usually tell you that stuff, but I didn't tell you today.
No, you didn't.
You were watching Cobra Kai.
I was watching Cobra Kai.
Not brushing your hair.
Right. Just slumming about all day watching Cobra Kai. Now, I get leery about remakes or reboots.
Right.
So I don't know much about it yet. Who's directing it?
Do we know? A pair of gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
Whose names I was not familiar with, so
yeah.
So I didn't write them.
Yeah, it's okay. We got plenty of time.
But also, just another bit of King news: The Long Walk is based on Richard Bachman, who's his how do you call it? Pseudonym, pen name?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so. Stephen King also wrote short stories and novels under the name of Richard Bachman back in like the late 70s and early 80s. One of them that he wrote is in the Bachman books called The Long Walk, and that's finally being made after being in development hell. Frank Darabont owned the rights to it for a long time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and actually the Bachman books, there's one of them in there. There's one novel called Rage, and because it was it had some notorious association with some school shootings and everything that happened. Mm-hmm. It's the only one that Stephen King has requested that it be taken out of print.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, The Long Walk is about pretty much 100 young men going for a walk to their deaths. Whoever wins the walk is the last man standing, will get whatever they need from the government.
Wow.
So kind of ominous considering current day and age. But that's my horror news for today. I didn't want to overdo it. I want to give everybody a few minutes to talk about whatever.
Yeah, so we got a few minutes. We'll open it up, whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys want to recap something or talk about anything that we talked about or whatever's on your mind.
Hey, Robert Not Garcia, that's right. The Running Man is a Bachman book.
That's right.
Yes, and it's in the Bachman books. It's in that same.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Stephen King wrote it, but I totally forgot about that. Wow.
Yep. And Travis says, what I have to say about the Pet Sematary remake is sometimes dead is better.
Well, see, I don't even want to talk about it because then you guys are going to slam me again. Evil Dead, the remake,
But
wasn't
that's
bad.
what I come here for.
Evil Dead wasn't bad.
The Evil Dead remake?
Yeah. I liked it.
Did you really?
I thought it wasn't
bad. Are
bad.
you just being biased because you're a fan of the franchise?
No, because I mean, you know that I'm super skeptical about remakes or reboots. I don't like that stuff. But I will say that it actually wasn't bad. I was just concerned about it in the beginning, and then I was still always confused about, Bruce Campbell, the little image of him at the end. Like, how does he fit into the universe or into that universe? But it's not bad. I didn't think it was bad at all. It was on again like not too long ago.
Oh,
like late at night. It was playing for. I think it was on Stars.
That makes sense. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was too much gratuitous gore, and I'm a huge horror fan.
So is Evil Dead, dude.
But
come on.
There's such a thing as too much, and it's just like, okay, well, it's just like here, blood.
Every horror movie.
Not every horror movie.
Just about every horror movie.
Annabelle, Creation.
Okay, no.
I just won that right there.
No, I'm talking about like every other horror movie is like...
Every other horror movie. No, not necessarily the entity. The changeling.
But if we're talking about like horror movies like slasher movies, then it's going to be excessive gore.
My friend wrote 2 books about the slasher genre. We can bring him in here.
I would think that... I didn't think it was over, excessively gory. I thought it was just kind of along the same line as Evil Dead. Because Evil Dead is gory, the original.
Yeah, it is, but not to that degree. Not to that degree. Blood Rain. Not to that degree.
I still liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't like on the level of like Rob Zombie's Halloween or the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was a waste.
Which were bad.
That was a waste, yes.
So it wasn't on that level.
So look we got to take a moment here to talk about what the people want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
For example, thank you, Travis, for bringing it up. Unfortunately, folks, Movie World in Burbank on San Fernando, one of the last of its kind, a bookstore that you can walk in and smell the aroma of old books. See, we were talking about me crying. I may cry right now. Movie World is closing. So if you can, again, that's in Burbank on San Fernando Boulevard. Go check it out. San Fernando Road. Go check it out. There's not many bookstores around like that anymore. You can't even go to a Borders. Wall to wall, from floor to ceiling, books and movie posters and everything. So there's that. Thanks, Travis.
Mike from Muse TV is saying Halloween, you will love it. A couple very cool scenes that are cool. Hoping they release it for you guys to see soon. Hey, Mike, did you guys just see the trailer or at CinemaCon, or they didn't do an actual screening? Did they? Because I know there are some test screenings that are out there. So, Mike, if you could clarify if you guys just saw the trailer, or if you guys actually got to see a screening of it.
Okay, yeah.
And Mike is saying, yeah, he saw the trailer. So, yeah, a lot of people saw the trailer. And I don't think the trailer's out yet for everybody. I think they just showed it at CinemaCon, because that's where I saw a lot of recap was for Halloween.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to it. This guy was kind of, down on the mask and everything. So, but I'm still looking forward to it.
So, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, dang, that's right. I
Yeah,
didn't talk
see,
about
Robert.
Fango.
So, Robert brought up Fangoria.
That's
Fangoria
right.
magazine is back. You had it in your notes.
I do have it in my notes. It was under bow. I got distracted. Okay, so Fango lives. Fangoria is back. Per letter from the editor-in-chief, Phil Nobile, it's going to be a quarterly deluxe edition. Subscriptions are available at the website for 1 year, $60. It includes plus shipping and handling. The cover price is going to be $19.79. Actually, it's going to be released in October, January, April, and July. 100 pages cover to cover, and no staples, no digital version. It's going to be perfect bound.
Wow!
And in
impressive.
in case you had a subscription from before that didn't get fulfilled, you will get 1 year's subscription for free. Subscription. So thank you, Robert Not Garcia. That's absolutely right.
Intergalactic Mojito just saying, what's sadder than Toy Story 3? Watching Amanda Gonzalez get choked up. If you noticed, I was like, cry over there. Cry.
Don't touch me.
cry on your side.
I've been going to Movie World since I was about 13.
I've never been there. That's one place I've always heard of, and I've never been.
Yeah.
Ever been.
So let's see. I've been going there for like 27 years.
I had friends that always talked about it and said, "Hey, we should go."
I even talked to you about it.
Yeah, I've never been there. And what I read was, I think you sent me the article.
I sent you the article,
Yeah,
and I've sent you pictures from there because we had talked about the Sinbad movies, and they have a poster.
Well, yeah, he's from the article that I read. He's putting out like boxes of books at night, and people are just. I mean, he's putting them out to give away for everybody that's local around there, and people are just coming in droves and picking up like 20 to 30 boxes of books that he's putting out at night. So
and it's. I don't know. I just can't explain that bookstore experience.
I know, but the thing is, it sounds, from the article that I read about him, it sounds like he's ready to just hang it up.
Yeah, and I get that.
Doing that for 51 years, I mean, most people do 30 years at a job and then they're out. I mean, this guy has a love for books and print and newspapers and posters and all these other things. But I mean, after 51 years, I think it's a good time for him to hang it up and call it.
You can even get one of the last times I went and I showed you, I bought what was it, like photos, like press release photos and stuff like that. And I spent maybe 2 hours in there just digging through boxes of like photos and headshots and everything. So yeah, everybody go. But there's also still Larry Edmonds' bookshop on Hollywood Boulevard next to Hollywood Toy and Costume.
Yes.
Not quite the same thing.
No.
But still. I can't say it enough. Support small business, everybody. We're losing the small business experience, the mom and pop shops.
It's
specialty stores are going to be a thing of the past.
As long as it's not a thing where the guy's getting pushed out because of higher rent or he's being forced to close, because of some, lame, business practice or business code or something like that. It just sounds like he's just ready to hang it up.
Yeah.
And that's good that he can at least designate when he wants to go and call it a day. So
absolutely. So, but one of the first comments that came in, and I kind of took over the conversation right there. So I'm going to come back to What's Up YouTube. Theory: Loki is a frost giant, and he uses magic to cover himself up. And he died. And if he died, wouldn't his magic fade? But when he died, he didn't turn blue. Nerds, what does that mean?
Where was that? I missed
Go
it.
to 7:56 p.m.
Oh shoot, that was one back. Scrolling back. We're scrolling back.
See, because I'm reading and talking.
Oh, I see.
And experiencing.
Yeah, I see it. Theory. It's a theory. Loki. Yeah, I see it. I don't have an answer for that. I wouldn't.
Okay, Mojito's pretty excited about it. He didn't turn blue. That's right. Mike was talking to me earlier about that very same thing. He started out as an ice giant, and he was telling me the whole story, and I was like, no, I saw Ragnarok. I know the play. Matt Damon.
I saw the play.
And make a statue of me. What is it, with my crown with the really big horns?
Intergalactic Mojito saying, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't like. Oh, referring to brick and mortar stores. Intergalactic Mojito saying that's one of the reasons why I don't like shopping on Amazon. It has its place, but not at the expense of these valuable stores. So that kind of holds true for. I think I mentioned it a while, maybe about a month ago. I mentioned it over not too far from where I live in Uptown Whittier, which is kind of along the lines of the same thing. A lot of storefront shops and locally owned businesses. There was a used bookstore that I used to go to all the time. I'd gone there since high school.
Right.
And they unfortunately had to move. They had been there for I don't know how many years, for decades. And they unfortunately had to move because the owner of the building raised the rent on them. And they had issues with the owner who owned the building because, the rent was going up, but I guess the building was becoming dilapidated, and there were, some structural issues that they were concerned about, and they were basically in court also, trying to sort everything out. And ultimately the bookstore just gave up and said, hey, we're out of here. We're moving to Fullerton. So that giant bookstore that had used books, used comics, movies, it's unfortunately gone now. So
yeah,
and it's sad because I had been going there since high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, so I mean, and of course you're not crying over it because Tin Man over here, but
I was bummed.
so it's I come from Glendale, and Glendale has lost a lot of its smaller shops and mom and pop places, and it's just, I don't know, no individuality anymore. Cities are losing their character. Even Chinatown, it's different. Every place you go now, it's just, I don't know.
Just different times.
It is. So, but Imojito says I still miss Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. Half of my horror collection comes from Hollywood Video because of the fact that they had one of the best horror collections to rent from.
I remember. Yeah, Friday nights, Saturday nights, you would go to Blockbuster. And
yeah,
there were many nights I went by myself because I had nothing to do.
Oh.
So all I would do was watch movies.
I'm a different kind of nerd, guys.
I would watch movies. That's all I would do.
So yeah, no, you know what I bought from there is Corman's A Bucket of Blood. Like starring Dick Miller, black and white.
Yeah.
Like that's how good the horror selection was there.
Wow, Roger Corman movies, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever found anything that cool.
In Glendale, we had 20/20 Video.
Oh, no.
And Full Throttle.
Glendale? I remember a 20/20, but that was in Rosemead. I don't know if it's the same thing.
There was also one in like Hollywood. They weren't exclusively Glendale.
I don't know if I remember there might have been one in Rosemead. I can't remember.
And we're still waiting for the New Bev to open back up again. That popcorn, the Red Vines. Caprice just said something about a popcorn and Red Vines that reminded me of the New Bev.
New Bev. Johnny Manzano saying my bookstore was Walden Books, and I miss the gamekeeper that used to be at the original Glendale Galleria.
Glendale, Suncoast, yes,
Walden
all
Books.
Of this, yes.
I remember Walden Books. There was a Walden Books at the mall in Montebello.
There was one at the Eagle Rock Plaza and in Pasadena, South Pass.
Eagle Rock Plaza.
Yep.
You're making me miss a lot of those old stores.
Dude, Suncoast. I bought my Ed Wood at Suncoast.
I applied for a job at Suncoast, and they didn't hire me.
At least they didn't fat beat you.
I know. You know what? I've noticed on this podcast, I talk about my many failures in life.
You should probably tell me this stuff in private first.
I know. I talk about, getting fired. I talk about places I applied to and didn't get hired. So I talk about a lot of failures in life on this.
I got hired at every job I've ever applied to.
I have not.
I've never been fired.
Yeah. I had a job when, I think I mentioned this. I got a job when I was 14, and I kept that job all the way till I was 21. I worked at a liquor store.
Oh, wow.
But I wanted to leave the liquor store and branch out, and it just wasn't happening. So I stood at the same job, even through college. Stood at the same job.
I have quit a job a la the movie, Half Baked? When Cuban B quits his job at the fast food place.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the recent one? Isn't that? Yes.
I told you about it. You're like one of the first people.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
I messaged my ride and I messaged this guy.
So funny.
Robert is a human piñata tonight.
I am. Dude,
sadly, no goodies inside.
I'm shutting this whole thing down. I'm going to burn this whole place down. It's not what this was supposed to be, guys.
Okay,
All
it's
right.
8:10.
It's 8:10. Are we done? Are we good?
Keep hitting him and see if Candy comes out. Once his camera goes off, it's about to get good.
I know, right? It's about to get real once the camera goes off.
So I think maybe we should wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night.
Okay, but as always, please let us know what you want to talk about. Like I said, I brought up what is the movies that you've seen most in theatrical release, or next week we're going to talk about top 5.
We'll talk about some animation stuff.
Yeah.
Because
we're going to talk top 5 Pixar movies.
Yeah, we'll talk about some animation stuff.
Animation stuff. Plenty of animation stuff next week, so bring your cartoon hats.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite genres is animation. I love animation.
Which is weird, because no joy.
I know, right? I just absorb it, and that's what helps keep me going.
Okay, so everybody come prepared with your top 5 Pixar or Disney, whatever, but in that family.
Yeah, it can be anything. Anything you want to talk about as far as animation. What are your favorite? It could be, like, even if you went to, like, the old school Spike and Mike animation festivals.
Oh, dang.
I used to go to those long time ago.
Liquid TV from MTV and everything.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking to us and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. Please share the video. Please give us a like. Once again, it's a Nerd Report podcast every Monday, 7 p.m. And we also do have a Patreon account. We don't have AC in here. We would love to get AC in here, right?
I would love for him to buy me a cup of coffee, honestly. Somebody, give me some coffee.
Wait till that bet is settled. Wait till that cereal bet is settled.
Wait a minute. That's a whole different thing. We're about to have an argument right now. We'll let you guys go.
It's about to go down.
So, again, every Monday live from a broom closet on Spaceball 1, me and Dark Helmet.
We're here.
Nerd out. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.